Okay, good afternoon. My name is Elysia Teh, DTM. Yes, today we are going to learn quite a bit. We prepare yourself and pay attention because this is the first workshop. Is a lot to absorb. First of all, just now the video has shown you how Toastmaster meeting works. But right now, we want to get back to the basic. What is Toastmasters? Toastmaster, in a nutshell, is a non-profit educational organization. Teaches public speaking and leadership skill. Our founder is Ralph Sismary, and this Toastmaster International was founded in 1924. The first official meeting was 22nd October in the year of 1924. How Toastmaster operates is on this website, toastmaster.org. Get on this page, you'll know the Toastmasters inside out. Now, as I said now, there is a media center on that the website, and it will give you the latest update. As I said, today, we have 364,000 members worldwide, over 145 countries in 16,200 clubs. Isn't it amazing? Before I get into this major topic that I'm going to present today, I would like to challenge you further with two questions. Question number one, do you think Toastmaster International you are here to learn public speaking? The answer, you might say yes. I would say yes, and there is plus on this answer. Well, to learn public speaking, you probably don't really need to come to Toastmaster alone. There are many institutions, there are many classes, there are many places offer the place. Even in the company, when you are doing presentation enough, you probably don't need a lot of public speaking opportunity for you to speak in front of the public. But what is truly this Toastmaster International? What Toastmaster International truly offer you is a platform to practice. We need a platform to practice. You might learn English in the school. You might learn all the skills in the institution in a classroom manner, but you need a platform to practice. When you give presentation in the company, you don't get feedback. More so, you might get criticism. You might get people to tell you what you didn't do right. You didn't get the positive and uplifting feedback to tell you how to do better, right? Am I right? Yeah. And then do you think, that's a question number two, do you think public speaking is about standing in front of the crowd and say what you want to say? If so, the teachers don't have to join Toastmaster. The trainer don't have to join Toastmaster. The consultants, all these people, they don't have to join Toastmaster. You know what? Toastmaster, we have a lot of these people joining us. Why? Because this platform, public speaking, is not about saying what you want to say. It's not a platform for you to just get on and enjoy yourself saying what you want to say. More so, it is a platform for you to tell what you want to tell the audience, what you want to impart in the audience. How do you get audience engaged with your speeches? There is a message in every speech. Why do the audience spend time here, listen to you? This is the skill that we need to learn. Okay, let's begin with the 4 topics that I'm going to share with you. Just now, it was an introduction of what is Toastmaster. It's a background. But right now, we want to get into what is Toastmaster with the word pathways. What is pathways? And pathways is the education system that Toastmasters use. Just like you go to university, that UTP, you have a lot of subjects to choose for. You can be engineer, you can be in the business specialties, you can be in whatever you want to choose from accounting. Similarly, in Toastmasters, the education system that we use is called pathways. And in pathways, we have 11 specialties for you to choose from. Later, we will get into this specialty one by one in detail, and I will help you to choose which specialty you should get into or is relevant to you. It has to do with what are you thinking and what do you desire. In every path, all these pathways is designed to help you achieve 5 core competencies. And these 5 core competencies begins with public speaking. Second, interpersonal communication. Third, strategic leadership. Fourth, management. Fifth, confidence. How do you interpret this? This is the 5 levels you will go through in every path. First, what is it in public speaking? These are the 3 skills we need to build our foundation for us to master the fundamental of public speaking. You will be very surprised thinking, why icebreaker is the basis for public speaking? Well, you know, what is icebreaker? Icebreaker is for every Toastmaster, the debut speech of Toastmasters, that you introduce yourself to the audience. When you introduce yourself, you speak about yourself. You are so familiar about yourself. You know yourself, and then you speak from your heart. You don't have to memorize. You speak from conviction, with conviction. You speak that this is what we want. We want you to speak from your heart in every speech, genuinely, with conviction. Don't forget that. Don't forget the feeling when you deliver your icebreaker, how you speak from your heart, because this topic is so subjective to you. The second is evaluation and feedback. In this project, you need to deliver 3 times of speeches. The speech number 1, we call it the first speech. And in any topic, you deliver a speech. And then the evaluator will provide you feedback. You take that feedback and improve on it, repeat the same speech or another speech. But the point is you need to improve. You need to work on the feedback. And then that's how we improve. Toastmaster evaluation is a breakfast or any meal for champions. That means all these champions, they improve based on feedback. Don't forget this fundamental skill. Don't go through this project and put it aside. Remember this, apply it, accumulate your skill. You really get in every speech, because this is fundamental, this is the basic, what is said. You need to do this in every speech. You get the feedback from your evaluator. You need to review it. You need to work on it and improve it in your next speech. The research and presentation is a basic skill we all need in our work, in everything, in many situations. We need to do presentation, but before we do presentation, we need to do research. And most people thinking this project is just presenting a PowerPoint. No, it is not about presenting a PowerPoint, just read off the screen. No, in this project, it tells you, well, you want to do a research and a presentation project, first of all, you need to find the interest that you want to know, the subject. How do you find the subject you want to know? It always begins from what you desire to know, what you want to know. And then you research on this specific topic. Then you share the outcome with the audience. When doing so, you are not reading off from the screen. You are presenting what you are excited to share with the audience. And then the screen, the PowerPoint is for the audience to see, not for you to see. Yeah, of course, you can look at it just as a reminder, but not just read from the screen. And most people did it wrong. They just read it off from the screen and just like presenting a PowerPoint. No, pay attention on that. And then the level 2 is interpersonal communication. It's about how you relate and talk to others. And for you to be able to relate and talk to others, you need to start from yourself. You need to understand your leadership style. You need to understand your communication style. You need to understand how you are being mentored, and then you can mentor others. There are a lot to learn, level by level. Level 3 is if you want to be a strategic leadership, you want to have a strategic leadership, you need to have enough knowledge. You don't have enough knowledge, you cannot think strategically. And then number 4, build the skill. You need to be a manager. You need to manage things. Anything you want to manage, you need skills. And we now here in this level 4 is to help you learn more skills. At the end of level 5, you should be very confident speaker. It's for you to demonstrate your expertise. You should speak confident. If you don't, there's something wrong. You need to revisit the entire path. What did you not do right? Now, the next topic is the most important topic. It's very likely I spent the most time here in this topic. Pay attention on this. In order to know how to choose a path, let's go through the 5 levels in details. Then you know what to choose, okay? Level 1, all the paths are the same. They are all same. Level 1, you will have icebreaker, you will have this evaluation and feedback, you will do this thing. At the end, you will complete this. We will get to this one later, okay? And then you see what is the tick? This thing means every time when you have done a speech, you have finished a speech, you need to go back there and do something to finish the speech. If you don't see this tick here, then you are not doing it right. Until you finish all, then there is a tick and you need to submit for approval, and then once you approve, you see that then we'll get to the level 2. And the level 2, most of the speeches are the same, but they only have a few things that is not the same. For those are highlighted in red. Okay, in level 2, you can see most of the speeches are the same. But although not all this in red, you can still find these speeches. If you want to do these speeches, you can find it in level 3. Let me show you them. In level 3, all this in the box is a compulsory, it's a mandatory speech. You need to do whatever path you choose. Okay, if you share this persuasive influence, you must do this understanding conflict resolution. But then you need to do 2 speeches from the elective. Just not all those highlighted in red. You can find it here in the list of the elective. In level 4, it's the same thing that you will do the mandatory speech in the box, the first project. Starting from level 4, there are a lot of projects. Don't skip that. Many people, they skip the project, just do the speeches. That is not the right way. a lot of this, like leading in a trip, you need to do a project from 3 months to 6 months, and that project must be current. And a lot of people, they are not doing it right. They think, oh, in those 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even last year, or even beginning of this year, I did one project and one team project. I can use that. I can talk about that. No, it is not about talking about the project. It is about going through the project, and then you draw a conclusion, draw the lesson learned from what you have gone through. Then you present a speech based on this current project. You need to work with the VPE to go through the entire project. But in level 4, you only choose one elective because these are much more challenging topic. Trust me, it's a lot more challenging. That is why level 4, you can score individually 1 point. In level 5, even more so. Most of the project in level 5, it will take you 6 months. That is why it's important for you to plan ahead. Among all the projects, the most challenging one, I would say, high performance leadership, and also develop your vision. Most people did not do this develop your vision correctly because this is just simply too challenging. You know what happened? I did this one before. To develop a vision, you literally need to start a business. You need to try to start a business to try out the vision. And if it fails, minimum 6 months. If you fail, then you need to talk about why, all the challenges you have gone through. You literally need to build a vision for a business. And high performance leadership also, you literally need to do a 6 months project, and you need to have guardian committees. You need to have a team of members. You need to do a project. And most people do it wrong, did it wrong, or do it wrong because you can witness, you can check it out next time after you understand from me. Most people present this project by talking about the project, which is wrong, completely wrong. And people spend all the time talk about what this project is. No. High performance leadership is about leadership. You need to talk about the leadership during the project. How do you, and there are 6 elements of the leadership you need to share in detail. You need to demonstrate how did you apply, how did you demonstrate that leadership, that element of leadership in this project. You can describe that project in less than 1 minute and then put it aside. But most people just spend all the time to talk about the project, how great the project is, and nothing about the leadership. Okay? So if you want to avoid, to begin with, usually we suggest that later we will see the mechanism of choosing the path. And then you want to select one from this one. Now, the most time we spend on the next graphic, the graph. This is the graph I created for you, purposely for you, okay? And I typed it in one by one. There's a lot of work for me to do this graph because I literally created it myself in order for it. Remember what I say, level 3, level 1, and level 2 is almost the same. So that's why there's nothing much to talk about level 1 and level 2, especially when you choose a path. When you choose a path, these are the things you need to consider to compare. Level 3, level 4, and level 5. Okay, let's go through the path one by one. In this one, dynamic leadership, what you want to pay attention is dynamic. Of course, this is about leadership. Leadership is to lead, right? Is to manage, yes. But the dynamic word indicate the level of difficulty is challenging, right? Look at this. All these are compulsory, mandatory project, the project number 1. Do you remember I said so, right? Negotiate the best outcome. Negotiation is dynamic, right? Well, you need to be very dynamic, very aggressive, all these things, okay? You need to plan all these things. Then you need to learn how to manage change. Manage change is a very dynamic role. It depends on what change. The change can be very, very challenging and lead in any situation. Yeah, if you have a situation, you need to deal with a situation that is very dynamic. Dynamic means momentum, right? Momentum and degree of challenge, right? Then you need to consider yourself whether you can hold up to this dynamic or not. The second path is effective coaching. And this path, the focus is on the word coaching, right? Coaching, yeah, a lot of us probably have understood, have gone through it before, but not everyone, and I would say most people, as a coach myself, most people don't understand the difference between a coach and a mentor, okay? Now, as a professional coach, let me give you the definition, the difference. A mentor is a position. As someone assigned to you. When you are assigned being a mentor, yeah, you will be a mentor, and it's for long, it's overall, it's a guardian, it's overseer to you. Someone you always can go to for help, for guidance. But coaching is a skill that a mentor need to have. And in your mentorship, you certainly need coaching skill, because why? You're one of the member, whoever, one of the situation, you need to spend time focus. You need to dedicate your time focus to deal with, to help this person through, to coach this person through. So when it comes to coaching, is focus, is to have a time frame. It have a coaching goal, a purpose. Okay. Mentoring is general, like a parent, an overseer is there for you. Okay, this is a difference. You see, when you want to do coaching, reaching consensus is one of the situations you need to apply coaching skill. That will help you understand why, when you need to apply coaching skill. Then when you need to improve, you improve a situation, you need to uplift someone, you need to motivate someone, all these things, you need to help someone to turn from negative to positive. That is a time you need to apply coaching. Sure, high performance leadership is a lot of coaching, because you need to coach your team member, right? You need to coach your team member. So you want to learn basic coaching skill. Actually, this one is not really teach you the coaching skill. I would say more for people to practice, to reapply it. That will be this path. The next one, third one, is innovative planning. When you want to choose this path, do you focus on innovative or planning? I would say planning. Planning is a planning. You have to do planning anyway. But how innovative it is freestyle. It's a room for you to express yourself. So in this path, it will focus on giving you the opportunity to do planning. For example, present a proposal. Well, before you present a proposal, you need to think through it. You need to plan, right? To plan to make proposal and manage project success. Of course, this one is no doubt. You have to do that. You need to focus on. And high performance leadership, certainly, definitely, you need a lot of planning, because it's about managing project. The next one, leadership development. Well, which one do you focus on, leadership or development? I would say leadership. compare. So this is dynamic leadership is an upgrade version of this term, leadership development. On this is the first leadership, the basic of the leadership. You apply the leadership through the planning and implementation, because this is a teamwork. This is teamwork. This is leadership is always about teamwork. You guide people, you lead people, you have to do things in a team, manage the event, manage all that. You always need to deal with people. Leadership is always about people, not about the resources. The resources is about planning, okay? Then the fifth one is motivational strategies. What is your focus? Is motivational or strategies? I would say motivational. Motivation is a key, right? Is a key, because then how do you motivate it? Then you need strategy, right? Then in this path, you will learn the strategy, how to motivate people. In order to motivate people, right? Motivation is always people feeling all these things, right? Emotion. And that's why first you need to understand the emotion. You need to learn to understand emotion, right? And then you practice how to motivate others. And then you will have a team building. So how do you apply that motivational strategy in a team? You see, gradually. Start, you understand the emotion. Then you apply it, motivates others. Try to motivate others. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, right? But in a team, it will be like 3, at least minimum 3, right? So then you know how it starts and what is the emphasis. You can think about which one you want to choose. Persuasive influence. What do you think is the emphasis? Is it persuasive or influence? I would say influence. You know why? Okay, the start is always persuasions, right? Persuasion. But persuasion, there are many types of persuasion. Persuasion by influencing. There are convince power, also one type of the persuasive, the persuasion. In this path is many help you to develop the skill in influence. How do you influence people? Understanding conflict resolution. This is how to begin. If you want to influence people, you need to understand the situation. You need to know the resolution, the conflict, all these things. You need to understand first, and then you need to lead. After you have understood, then you can lead the situation. You can apply and lead, apply the logic and lead all these things. Apply your influence, and then high performance leadership is certainly you need a lot of persuasion, because for example, in the high performance leadership, you need to make people see the way you see the vision. So then at that point, you need to apply a lot of influence, help people, influence people to see what you see and go with you to the direction. That is a high performance leadership. Number 7, presentation mastery. Of course, the emphasis is presentation. You need to do a presentation. You need to learn presentation skill. Then how do you master it? What do you do? What do you learn to master it? That is the path, right? Yeah. Then you need to do the persuasive speaking. You need to manage. You need to all these things, right? You need to manage projects successfully. Wait, this one, I think this is, yes, this is right. And then prepare for speaking professionally, especially when speaking professionally. Before I did this project, I did not understand what is being professional. You will learn that there. Then you will know the 4 key aspects in order to confirm. that's why one thing you become nervous because you don't understand. Once you have understood, you become very confident. Manage projects successfully. Yeah, once you manage projects successfully, you will also, that means you need to present the idea. You need to present the outcome. That's why you apply that. You know, persuasive speaking, why is it in presentation? Because in your presentation, how you present your point is also part of the persuasive skill. Am I right? I think Dr. Rashish, he is very good with that. Now come to strategy relationship, right? This one, of course, is about relationship. How do you build relationship with another human being? Then you need to do this, learn by making connection. What is connection? What is networking? You have to learn that. And also public relations strategy. Yeah, suddenly you have to have certain strategies, certain skill. And also lead in your volunteer organization. Yes. Do you understand why they want to have this lead in volunteer organization for this strategic relationship? Because relationship is building relations is very challenging, more so if in a volunteer organization. That is, the level of difficulty will increase tremendously. You know why? Because that you don't pay them, they don't work for you, right? If they don't work for you, it's not like in the classroom, you have to listen to the lecturer. There's no authority here. In a non-profit organization, it's a volunteer organization. You really need to exercise your influence, your strategy to really build that relationship. The number 9 is a team collaboration. Yeah, I would say the emphasis is collaboration. It's all about teamwork in a team. But how do you get these people in a team collaborate with each other? How do you achieve your common goal by putting all this, having this collaboration in all these people? This is a challenge, right? So the first project for you will be successful collaboration. In level 3 is always increasing your knowledge. In this one is you always need to find out, oh, okay, how to be a successful, how to have a successful collaboration. And the level 4, it will give you a project to begin, a small project to begin with, and then you will see how to apply this skill to motivate others. And then last, you really have a big project, 3 to 6 months time, and then you lead in the situation. Okay. And last but not least, if we have 11 part, but I only analyze 10 because the 11 part is engaging humor. It is very direct. It is what it is. You want to hone your humor skill, then your humorous skill, then you probably want to choose the part. There's really nothing much to talk about. Now, last but not least here, visionary communication. This is about visionary. This path is very, very challenging. I would not suggest that you take this path, choose this path as your first path. I chose this one, and the first at the time I was naive enough. Oh, visionary, oh, sounds great, sounds big. But I really did it. Wow, it was very, very challenging. I'm glad that I did it. At the level 3, you need to learn, you need to have the knowledge to develop even a communication plan. Why you might think, oh, communication is communication. Why do I need a plan? Oh, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn to develop a communication plan, and you make your communication very effective. And level 4, it gives you a small project. Think about how to, yeah, you have a plan, you develop a plan. Then how do you communicate this change? A change, if your plan is about change, right? Then how do you communicate? Well, you need to make a change. How do you communicate that change? It's very challenging because change, but people's first reaction is resistance. And last, develop your vision. And do you really understand what is vision in the first place? I would say most people don't understand. For you to really understand what is vision, and then for you to create that vision, and for you to test that vision, can you imagine how challenging it is? But of course, there are people are ready to challenge. Kudos to you if you take this challenge. Right, so now these are the details, these are the points you need to consider before you really make your choice. Now, how to register after you become you are a member? This one is very short, very quick, because I have everything ready for you. First of all, you just go to my YouTube called My Toastmaster World. In this YouTube, you can find a lot of videos about pathway. Okay, you can find, first of all, you find this pathway for new member. In this video, only 10 minutes, it will tell you A to Z how to establish, how to register as a new member. So let's go there and download. After you have presented one speech, like icebreaker, one speech, you watch this video, only 5 minutes. Because after every speech, you need to do something to complete that. You need to submit and then make sure successful and then move on to the next speech. After you have completed one level, watch this video, less than 2 minutes, very quick. Then you know how to you need to submit this one level for the Basecamp manager to approve you and submit to the club center in order to earn points for your club. Who are the Basecamp manager in Toastmaster Club? 3 persons: president, vice president, education, and secretary. The person who has official responsibility is VPE, the vice president of education. When the VPE is not available, it will be secretary to help out. This is the sequence stated, okay? Secretary to help out. When none of them above, then president can step in. But then president cannot approve his own project. That is why the VPE also cannot approve his own project. That is why VPE need to have president to approve his project. And then there are people to ask me, wow, we have all these electives. Can I click on open up all, or I just can open up the one I chose? In this path, it will show you what you need to do and what you can do. Only 5 minutes plus, 5 again. And then here we have our pathway Basecamp manager to submit. Most people, a lot of people, even because pathway is still very new. A lot of VPE that don't know, they have submitted, they thought they have submitted all these project, all these credit to Toastmaster. Then the DCP point did not reflect because they did not complete 2 steps. They only submitted 1 step, approve the pathways in Basecamp. That's all that, oh, I've done my job. No, that only first step. The second step is you need to go to Club Central. That is the place where you submit and TI receive. In Basecamp, it's internal approval, not the one to TI. That is why you will not receive credit and the DCP point will not reflect. Okay? Of course, I have created this video. I've done this workshop for people, to a lot of people, they do not know how to meet the objective of the speech. Every speech they have the objective. The problem with pathway is actually the good and it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, pathways has a lot of information. Everything you need, you don't need anyone to tell you what to do. If you read through the entire manual of every part, every speech, you know everything, you know how to do everything. But then, number one, not everyone, they have time to read through the entire pathway manual. It can go up to 20 pages. And also, even though you have read it, because too much information, you can't find the focus. You lost focus. At the end, you don't understand. So that is why I was asked to do this workshop, help people to understand what is the objective of every speech. But this one only for level 1 and level 2. I did it for level 3 and level 4, but the video, I did not turn on the video recording. So it was a shame, but I could do it again at one point when there is a need. Okay, the last one, I can go through it very quickly, is about navigation. You go to this platform, and then you click on the go to Basecamp. After you have registered yourself, you see this one, welcome to, let's say, Rashid, Dr. Rashid, okay, or whatever. And then you click on this, go to Basecamp, and then you click on go to Basecamp. When you are not a Basecamp manager, you only see this go to Basecamp. You don't see log in as a Basecamp manager. And then you click on this path. Once you have chosen your path, it will be registered here like that. You see that. And then you click on open the curriculum. Once you open the curriculum, you will see this one. This one is brand new, new path. Okay, then you click on level 1, open it. Then once you click on that level 1, you see this one. You need to activate this one. You need to activate this. Once you click on the activate, and you see it turn into launch. Then you click on the launch, you go right into the e-manual. This is your manual. You can download this one as a PDF file at the last page. Otherwise, you would be just click on this arrow and keep going to the end. Then you will read through your entire manual. See, this is again in level 3. In every level, after you have submitted the level successfully, and the Basecamp manager have approved your level, you will see this one, view certificate. And you click on this view certificate, you will see, you will be able to download your certificate. Whoever need to submit certificate to your employer or to your teacher, to your whoever or the authority, this is the official certificate for you to download. Same goes with every path, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. After level 5 is not done, because to complete the entire path, you need to do this one, reflect on your path. Then you will complete the entire path. Congratulations, you have completed the entire path. Now, all I have collected the level 3, level 4, and level 5 speeches and put it into categories so that it's easy for you to know when you come to your work, what are the skills you need, you can apply. About leadership skill, there are so many speeches. About project management, there are so many speeches. About presentation, then you can choose from here. You can give a overall view, really to interest you, to get you excited, what you really want to learn. That's all for my presentation.